Hey, Full Life, it's Dr. Juan and Dr. Whitney, and we just wanted to get on here in light of the recent new orders that we received here in the state of Ohio, as far as Governor DeWine ordered a stay-at-home order. And so I know many of you have texted us and are asking, hey, is Full Life going to be open?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is yes. We wouldn't think to abandon you during such a crucial and critical time in our country, within our nation. And why is Full Life going to be open? Because chiropractors are considered essential healthcare workers, and they're allowed to remain open. Our Ohio State Chiropractic Association, they put out a statement earlier or later last week, I guess I should say, is that the services that we offer our patients in our chiropractic offices are vital right now, because our hospitals, our urgent care facilities, they're being inundated with sick people that are in need of life-saving care. And if we continue to provide chiropractic care for not only neuromuscular conditions, but we see a lot of other patients in our office for very acute medical conditions, that if we stop giving them care and they stop receiving care in our office, then those patients are going to spill into our healthcare system. That we know that is going to continue to be strained ways and that they've not previously experienced before. So Full Life will be open this week.
Yes, absolutely. And then another thing I wanted just to touch on is the fact that, of course, I like the numbers, and I'm a numbers guy, and I want to understand data. So to date, right now, I'm looking at the Johns Hopkins website that's keeping track of the corona virus going around the world. Of course, we're not downplaying this virus by any means. We're staying within the confines of all the CDC guidelines, so the government guidelines. For that reason, we're going to have a couple of things that we're going to alter in the office to be respectful and within compliance. But to date, there are 335,000 cases. I'm looking at my computer here behind the camera, and also out of those 335,000 cases, almost 336,000 cases worldwide. Over 98,000 have recovered, leaving 14,641 cases of actually perished. And not to be insensitive by any means, obviously I lost my dad when I was 18, so I understand what it's like to lose a loved one, a family member. Not downplaying that at all. Of course, we're seeing what's going on in Italy and in Iran and all these other countries that are obviously taking the brunt of this disease, folks. But the one thing that we are responsible for in this country is to flatten the curve. And this is where we're going to do everything within our power. And once again, one of those things that we're taking very seriously is that we're part of the solution to this pandemic, allowing our patients to have to show up to urgent care to get drugs or intervention that could potentially deplete their immune system. Secondly, expose them to the coronavirus is, I feel as though it's something that we could definitely help mitigate. And that's exactly why we're going to remain open. We understand those of you who are just not comfortable and you have immunocompromised family members and other people like that in your life, or you work at a healthcare facility and you've been told to limit your contact with people, which fully understand and respect that. Once this thing, obviously, once the light at the end of the tunnel comes through and things go back to a new normal, then obviously we will be seeing you back and take care of you. But meanwhile, obviously, we're going to continue to serve those people that would then in turn spill over into the emergency healthcare system.
Yeah. And so just some other precautions that we're going to be taking. Really, we're going to continue what we already put in place last week. But one thing that is going to change this week is for this week, we're going to ask our patients to skip tractioning and then doing their vibe plate with head weights and body weights at the end of their adjustment. You will still be wobbling and we will have those spaced out.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to ask that you skip the traction in the vibration platforms. Again, we're trying to do our part in flattening this curve and still providing, those care. We know that most of our patients are wellness patients, but we do have those patients that see us for very, very acute conditions,
Mm-hmm.
migraines, intestinal problems that if we stop seeing them, again, they're going to spill over into our healthcare system. So, so those are a couple things. You'll be seeing some air purification filters in the office this week. You'll continue to have hand sanitizer readily available to you to use, as well as being able to wipe off the tables with disinfectant. Prior to your adjustment, and we are continuing to clean more than we ever have before. I mean, we've always kept it clean and taken that very seriously, but we've heightened up our cleaning and the amount of times that we do it, etc.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think the best thing to focus on right now is the fact that health is very important, and more than ever before, it's time for you to be proactive rather than reactive. And this is where waiting for something to happen to do something about it is not the answer. I think that those of you who've been with us for quite some time understand the importance of your health. And this is if you think about it this way, the entire world is worried about one thing. They're worried about losing their health. So instead of worrying about losing your health, we highly encourage you, our patients who know the truth where true health and healing comes from. We don't want you to worry about losing your health. We want you to focus on maintaining and thriving in health. So that's the message from us, doctors in the office, and we want to just continue to serve you in that.
Yeah, and so this week, patients, more than ever, home care is going to be very, very, very important. So doing prior to getting your adjustment, and then doing them once you get home, doing your body weighting, your wobble, your traction is going to be super important so that you can continue to help your body heal at its most optimal level. So again, too, if you're an immune compromised family or patient, there are special adjusting hours. And so you just need to call the front desk and speak with Kara and Samantha, and they are going to help you get those scheduled. But you do need to have it scheduled so that we can be prepared to give you the best care possible. So just make sure to call them, and we'll get you scheduled for those off hours adjusting. Other than that, we look forward to seeing you in the office this week.
Absolutely. Be blessed and keep faith over fear. You guys be blessed. Bye.